Oh, hello. There's an old wok here. This is a really random place. Huge pile of stuff. Shoe. This has been hard work back here.
What a load of rubbish!
Hi everyone, welcome along to another litter pick. We're in Tesco car park today. If you've seen our previous videos, we've done some stuff over the other side of Tesco there before, at St Saviour's Hospital. But this time, we're on the far corner of their car park. This is a busy main road here. There's a massive roundabout here where you join the A14 dual carriageway. And what we're doing today is a little bit of a litter pick around here, but we're also going to be going on a little bit of an adventure. On the other side of the road here, we're going to go into these woods. We have absolutely no idea what's in there. So that's the plan for today, guys. But yeah, we're going to start here in this corner. A lot of rubbish blows into here from the Tesco car park. I've got someone's shopping list here. Bananas. Oh, I hope they found everything they needed. Maybe I'll put a picture up on screen now, guys. There you go, somewhere there. There you go. Showing a litter pick that we've done around here before. A few months back we came here, found all sorts of stuff. Been quite busy recently, guys. Not really had time to film too many litter picks, to be honest with you. We have still been doing our litter picking. We get out in our local area, just do the odd half an hour in the morning, or if we've driven past a really bad spot, we'll pull up and do a kind of ad hoc litter pick session. Not always prepared enough to get out and film them. But yeah, felt like doing one today. It's actually a rare evening session for us today. If you've seen any of our videos before, then you'll know that we usually get up quite early in the morning, which makes it easier to do main road areas like this. But yeah, we could fit in an evening one today, so just a couple of hours after work, why not? There's all sorts of crap back here. Someone's underpants there, look, lovely. And well, it says it's orange juice. What are the odds that that's actually piss? I don't want to know. That's getting tipped out over the fence, guys. I'm not even going to see that. In case you're wondering, I have got Liz with me. Can you see her through the trees there? Little orange speck through the trees. That is Elizabeth. We'll catch up with her shortly. Yeah, the other reason we haven't been litter picking as much, apart from being busy, it's just been really bloody hot. At the moment it's mid-May here, and we've had the driest spring in about 70 years, I think, in the UK. Oh, this is a proper little hellhole down here. All these little bits of plastic. The thing is, when the wind picks up around here and blows all these bits of plastic, this is the kind of protected spot where they settle and gather. Oh, there's loads of crap here. The more I litter pick, the more I hate plastic, honestly. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if you can even see this on the camera here. It probably just looks like this is all leaves. Kind of hard to see on the screen, but there's tons of little bits of plastic under the leaves. Loads of it. Loads of sweet wrappers, loads of sweet wrappers, just tiny little bits of plastic. This This is where I was just now, on the other side of this fence. It does look a lot better. Oh, there's a little bit more under here that I couldn't quite reach. Or that I just didn't see. It's easiest to do this in the winter when the stuff's died back a bit. In fact, that's when we last came down here. Anyway, let's see if we can go and find Liz. Here she is. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
There's a surprising amount of rubbish here, huh?
There's rubbish everywhere.
Well, true. We'll finish along this verge and then go into the
across
woods.
the street?
Yeah, good. Have a little explore. Oh, this is good. You suck at parking, seriously. Even a 5-year-old knows how to stop inside the lines. So yeah, guys, this is the busy roundabout here. There's a massive interchange where you join the A14. If you've seen our previous videos, you've seen us do a roundabout cleanup, but we've never actually done this one before. But we might get onto there one day. There's certainly a lot of rubbish on it. You can see there's more sweet wrappers. Crazy. Have some little compostable paper wrappers instead that break down. Surely that'll be better. Right, can I cross this road? Yeah. Yeah, there's a load of rubbish over here too. Right, we'll let Liz go around that way. I'll take this side. Yeah, this is where we're going to get in and explore. Ooh. There's a freight train up there, can you see that? So yeah, the railway line runs along here. Might be able to see a little bit of it in a second. Yeah, here we go, we'll hop up here just to show you. Just to show you guys, there's the railway. That's cool, isn't it? Don't worry, I'm not going on it. I'm not an idiot. And yet somehow there is a plastic bottle all the way up here. Someone's probably chucked it out of the train window, maybe, going past there. I don't know. Don't know how this stuff gets up here. Either that or someone has actually been hanging out around here. There's a few drinks cans up here too. Maybe some people have been hanging out here. You never know. Wouldn't put it past some kids to come up here and hang out. Right. Oh, there's a little path here. Wonder where this goes. Let's find out, shall we? Never been up here before. On the other side of this, on the main roundabout, I have actually seen a few tents put up there before, so people have been camping out there. Wouldn't be surprised if people have come and camped in here before too. It's a bit noisy, but I guess it's quite a good little hidden away spot. We have a really big problem in this country with what we call hidden homelessness. You know, unfortunately, a lot of people are being forced out of their homes for financial reasons. People fall on hard times. And there's a big side of it that people don't see because the numbers aren't really recorded in any way. People who are just putting up tents in little hidden away areas and no one knows they're there. and there's no way of kind of tracking that data really. So there could be, you know, thousands upon thousands of people out there right now who've just pitched up a tent somewhere like this. And I mean, we find them all the time while we're litter picking. I think I've talked about it in a couple of videos before. We found spots where there's been a tent for a long time, and then once the tent is packed up and gone, we go and kind of clean up, because unfortunately they tend to leave big piles of litter. I mean, look, here's a really old rusty can here, the bag. Yeah, this feasibly looks like somewhere that someone set up a little shelter, maybe had a tent pitched here on the ground. Maybe they got a little fire going in here. And yeah, this was probably like an insulation for the flooring, big plastic sheet. The one that I showed you before, when was that? But if you go back and watch our video that we did for the Great British Spring Clean, we were doing like a big loop through town. I think I pulled up a picture there of a camp that we dismantled. I'll put up a picture of it now. There you go. And that was the same story with like insulation. They'd put down like tarpaulin, a few layers of plastic, and then like 2 layers of carpet. But I think they'd left the camp probably a couple of years before that, because everything had grown up through the carpet. It was a real pain to take everything apart. I had to rip up all these layers and like dismantle it from all the weeds and the roots that are growing through it. But yeah, look, this is definitely a sign that someone's been camping here. The floor insulation, all these tins, they might be rusted out like that because they've cooked the food directly in the tin, maybe. I reckon that's what that is. Right, we'll leave that little full bag there, pick that up later on, see what else we can find in here. Oh, we've got a light. Oh, for God's sake. Right, throwback to another video, number 7, I think, when we were finding all the highways equipment. I mean, we're still finding it, honestly. It is everywhere, but this is one of their lights. What they'll do is when they're doing roadworks, this is the A14 through here, we'll see it in a bit, and the cones are there at night, they stick these lights on top of the cones. And then what you find is, when the lights run out of battery and die, they just lob them in the bushes. I don't know how this one's ended up here, because we're quite a long way from the road. Someone must have carried it, which is mental. It's come a really long way. I'm actually going to use this bag for now. I mean, we've got plenty of bags, but if you ever get a big bag like this on a litter pick, it's worth just using it to fill up. It's always good to have a little bit of extra space, and then that saves another bag for a future pick. We're always trying to save the environment, you know? Socks? Yes. Okay. Yeah, these are all telltale signs. People have been camping out here. Ah, so what's down? Oh, this is going to be the slip road down here, yeah. This is a proper weird little place to come, actually. Quite glad we come in here. Part of the reason that I set up this channel, obviously I want to like document all of our litter picking, but also we kept going out and I kept thinking, how do we end up here? Like, how do we end up in such random places? You know, we go to spots that no one would ever think of visiting, and here we are, look. This is the slip road here. All these cars are coming off the A14 down here. It's cool to just be able to show off weird little unknown locations. Hidey holes. Oh, hello. Wow, okay. I wasn't sure what we were going to find in here in terms of litter, but my God, look at this. There's tons of stuff here. Yeah, there's old camping gear. Tons and tons of containers. Holy smokes. Look in here, look. Look at all that crap. And it continues over here as well, loads of stuff. Man. And in here too, wow. What's this? Is that a wok? Yeah, look. There's an old wok here. And someone's left a pair of glasses on this tree. Wow. Well, we'll get into that. I'm just going to keep walking around a bit, explore a little bit more. But yeah, that's going to be a massive cleanup operation back there. Yeah, big tarpaul in here. This is a really random place. Someone's left it looks like a bag hanging from that tree. And what is this? Happy birthday. Incredibly annoying, helium balloons. People think that it's a brilliant idea to let them off for birthdays or for funerals, big occasions. But of course what happens is they fly away and they inevitably end up in some farmer's field or tangled around the neck of a bird or something. They're really, really bad for the environment. So what is this then? Nothing in here, right? It's just a very old bag that's been abandoned up here. Well, we'll get that as well. I think what I'm going to do is put together kind of a main central pile where I can keep adding stuff. I'm going to see if I can find Liz and I'll tell her about that rubbish heap back there. Here we go, here's the path again. There's my bag again. But I'll pile everything near this. Right, got that, bag. There's a passenger train there, look. Commuter from Ipswich going up towards Cambridge. Right, tell you what guys, I'm gonna go and find Liz now. Right, I just set off to try and find Liz and I've immediately run into this. Huge pile of stuff. Hello.
Hi.
You alright?
I was just coming to find you. I was making my way back.
I was just coming to find you.
Get out of town.
Yeah guys, we're on the edge of the roundabout here.
Do you want to carry this back?
Sure. Oh my God, look at this. Side of a car there. Nice. Oh my God. Whoa!
Woman versus song.
Another massive A-frame there. Jeez. Okay, I've had a catch up with Liz. She's over there now. She's going to work her way towards the middle here. And I'm just going to quickly sort out this pile of rubbish here. We'll do a little before and after. I think I'll turn this into a quick time lapse, see how quickly we can get this up. Here we go. There you go, that wasn't too bad. It felt like all of that rubbish was from the same person, the same camp spot. And I checked the dates on a couple of the crisp packets. They were from 2020. So this was 5 years. A little pile has been sat there. That was quick and easy. it doesn't take long to make a difference. But yeah, going back to the message on homelessness, it is very sad, incredibly sad that people are compelled to have to live like that because of their conditions and their circumstances. It's horribly unfair. Obviously, I wish that they were able to clean up after themselves, but when you're in that position, I think your impact on the environment is probably the last thing on your mind. And I think it's more of an indictment on society and on the way that we treat people, look after people, the way that we regulate money and renting, and the compassion that we have for each other as society. I think it's more of an indictment of that than on the particular circumstances of somebody who is in that position and wasn't able to clean up after themselves. People have definitely had a fire here at some point as well. I keep finding bits of wood that are kind of charred. That's quite sketchy as well, actually. It's all just, this entire place is just nettles and trees, that's it. And if it was really dry in here in the summer, a little campfire like that could be pretty dangerous. Right, we've got another one here. At least they have bagged it all up. The bag is now disintegrated, but they did bag up all their rubbish here. This is, I think this is a hard cider. Is it the blue bottle? Pretty sure. They've had quite a few of them here, and tried to put them into this bag, but hopefully I can scoop them all into one of my bags and keep it all together. Okay, you might have missed that. I thought that I pressed record, maybe I didn't. Anyway, I'm halfway through filling this bag up with all the blue bottles, cider bottles, and all the other crap that was down here. A lot of it is decomposed. Yeah, I've got all the plastic bottles up. There's quite a lot of cigarette packets, tins, you know, cans, drinks cans, food cans, lots of stuff. Right, I've got two pretty full bags in my hands now. Let's keep going. All right, let's go for a wander. Right, follow me. I'm getting stung through my trousers. Bless you. Right, we're just getting back to the main rubbish pile here. Let's see if we can clear any of it. All in here, look. Right, so when I met up with Liz, she was down there, and she actually walked all the way up the side of the slip road along where the verge is still wide enough, and litter picked along there. And then we've come back through the middle here, and we're back to this massive rubbish pile that I found earlier. And we're just gonna have a go, see how much of this we can get clear. There is a lot. Try not to get overwhelmed and just keep picking. Big cider jug there. That's massive. Trying to crush these cans just to save a little bit of space. So I know I'm going to use up a ton of space here. Oh. full already. All right, getting the secateurs out. Don't always remember to bring these, but I need them here, I think. Trying to open that up a little bit. There you go.
You see it all in there?
Oh yeah. Okay, you get in there. Wow. All right, that's cleared it a bit. Look at that. Wide open now. Liz, you're smashing it. All right, let's have a look at what we've cleared out. Shoe. Yeah, there's loads of old camping gear in here. Goes to show someone was definitely sleeping here at some point. What's the date on this stuff? 2022. So it's been 3 years since they were camping here. Lots of crap. Right, let's check another date. Yeah, 2022. Uh-oh. Stuck on this bramble that I cut back. Trying to get revenge on me. Well, there's a nice flask there. Take it home and clean it up. Oh, no thanks.
Smell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely an aroma back here. Oh, yum, steak and kidney pie. Mmm. This has been hard work back here. But we're certainly making a big dent in all this. We might actually end up running out of bags here, to be honest with you. That's how much stuff there is. It's just never ending. Whoever was here was definitely like cooking some meals. Obviously we found the wok. And they've been making a little fire, or had like a gas stove or something. But we found a lot of food packaging. They wore glasses, we got glasses there. Yeah, lots of these burned out cans. Alright, let's fill this one up to the brim. Right, Liz is going off with a load of rubbish over there. It's a good idea actually, we don't want to leave all the carrying till the end and keep coming backwards and forwards. Might as well get some of it shifted now. Just going to drop some of it down by the road. And we'll end up with a big pile down there to be collected. And down to all the little itty bitty wrappers and things here now. They're a pain to try and pick up. Right, let's see what this is. That's a fleece. I think this is a tent. It's the entrance to the tent. That's where they would have slept. It's going to be a job to get this out of here. Oh man. Now that I think about it, this tent is propping everything up at the moment. Might be best to leave it till the end. Tell you what, they loved their coffee, wherever they were. Found tons of these cans of coffee. They're like cold brew coffee, I think. And those things don't come cheap. More coffee, yeah. Right, let's finish this bag off. Okay, this is starting to come now. Yeah. Wow. Like they put a support over the top or something. There we go. It's coming now. There's some clothes in there too. Seems like they just kind of upped and left. But all the rubbish under there, wow. Crazy. Yeah, look, it's all attached to these sticks. Like they didn't have guide ropes or poles to put up, so they just tied it to these sticks instead. It worked. Yeah, look, this was like a central beam for the tent. Damn. So yeah, this is what living in the tent would have looked like. But yeah, you'd have had the noise of the A14 right there. All your rubbish piled around you all the time. Oh look, there's like a foil blanket there for heat. That'll keep you warm. Oh, we are nearly there. We're in the final stretch. There's been a lot. It takes it out of you clearing all this stuff up. But we're getting there. Definitely glad to have Liz here with me today. Be getting nowhere here on my own. Man, we've been going for a while now. Lost track of time here completely. Starting to get hungry. Right, let's try and get the rest of this down, shall we? Why do they have pens? There are quite a few like felt tip marker pens down here. I wonder what they were writing with that. Oh yeah, here we go. Bloody hell. This is hard work. Tell you what, they did a decent job of putting this tent together using bits of wood. I'm impressed. It's been stood there for a few years, and this is all still really tightly held together. Here we go. It's coming now. Whoa! There we go. Got that bit. Yikes. Tarpaulin underneath. Wow. Yeah. Blanket. More rubbish. There's a lot of disintegrated crap under here. There's a lot of mouldy old stuff in here. Oh, that's gross. Trying not to breathe. Oh, that was nasty, whatever was in there. That was bad. Oh. Pull that bag up. Wow, well that's heavy now. Right guys, this is what used to be the tent, and I mean we've pulled so much stuff out. Look at this, the tent, the bags. Liz has gone back and pulled how many bags over to the road? I don't even know. At least 10 bags I think we filled today, and she's gone in the other side there and cleared that out. There's a few scraps and things left of foil, but it's kind of hard to get it all up. But look at this. So yeah guys, we're going to pack this all up now. Now's the hard part of dragging this all back to the road. But yeah guys, what a transformation. I mean, pulled so much stuff out of there. Whoever it was living there for quite a long time. There was a lot of food. It was all a few years old, so they've long since left here. Right, let's try and get all of this out of here. I carry 2 bags in one hand there. Yep. All right. It's going to be slow going, but let's get out of here. Oh, I can't wait to get home, have a shower, have some tea. Oh. That's already 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 10 bags. Tent, wok. Got the last section of the tent there. A little bit of cardboard, a bit of plastic, right, we're done. Let's skedaddle. It's funny, this was just gonna be a little exploration video. See what we might find lurking back here. I thought a few kids might have come in here drinking at night. There might be a few little grot spots. But man, I wasn't expecting that. Crazy, crazy campsite. Right, I'm gonna make this into a sled. Carry it all down. All right, yeah, let's do a couple of bags. All right, we're nearly there, guys. After picking up like 500 of those cans, special brew, beer, lager, whatever, I could really do with the cold beer myself. Oh man.
Okay. Liz is filming for the first time. We've built a sleigh out of this tent and it is full up. Hey, what a load of rubbish.
Exactly, there's 2 bags of litter in here, full to the brim. All of the tent, all of its contents, the blankets, the bags that came with it, all kinds of stuff. It is heavy, but this is the easiest way to move it. Let's go.
Oh. Whoa.
Crazy. Look at that. Okay. That is officially a load of rubbish. 11 bags in the end.
11 bags and a massive pile of tents and tarps.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video today. What a crazy one. We really appreciate all your support. Please give this video a like. Comment your thoughts on this one. Should we try and do some more campsites like this one? Thanks for subscribing. Thanks to everyone who's bought us a coffee so far. We love you all. We're going to keep doing these videos. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
So this should all be clean.
Oh yeah, all clean in here now, guys. Bye bye rubbish. Wow. Now that's a load of rubbish.